Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you had your corned beef and cabbage, or you're going to tonight. I don't see any of that in my future, but that's fine. So I wanted to say good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I've got my lucky Irish shirt on. And I wanted to show you, did you ever sit down with your hook and you don't know what you're doing, you just feel like doing something? Well, I recently learned how to do the loop stitch. So I learned it because I'm doing these cards that I told you guys about. So I'm doing these cards, and the name of the box of the cards is Crochet Stitches. So my idea is I'm making a swatch about this big out of every one of those 52 cards, and I'm going to put them together maybe for a blanket or something. But I had so much fun learning this stitch that I sat down yesterday and I was like, I'm just going to try to do something with it. Well, I had mentioned, ooh, that's good coffee. I had mentioned it would be cute like hair. I think I had said on a chicken or something. So I sat down, I'm like, all right, how can I work this stitch in the round? So I started, and this isn't a tutorial, this is just kind of how I did it, right? So first of all, I used Big Twist Jelly Bean Superman ice cream. Okay. And I started with a magic circle. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm just going to show you how I did an increase using that loop stitch. All right, so I got the magic circle and I started with 6 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, normally when you're increasing, the next row would be 2 singles in every stitch. But since I wanted the hair to start right at the beginning, I slip stitched into the first, so I've got my circle. And then, let me make sure I twisted it a little bit. Hold on. So now I have a circle and I have 6 stitches, right? So instead of the next row ending up 12 stitches, the next row ended up 6 loop stitches, which I find very interesting. So if you don't know how to do a loop, so whatever row you're on, chain 1, right? Then you take it and you wrap 2, 3 times. So it looks like this on your finger, okay? You take your hook, you go through the next stitch, doesn't matter, you don't have to see what I'm doing, just go through the next stitch, and then you're gonna take it, go over the yarn, and under all these. So you see how it looks on my finger? Okay, then you're just gonna pull them all in. So you're gonna have 4 loops on your hook, and then you're just gonna do the regular seal it as you do with the single crochet. So this row, I didn't increase at all. I just went ahead and did 6 of these loop stitches. So I went in under the 3, excuse me, pull it in. I've got 4, so you drop these 2 and you're holding just that. And there you go, 1, 2, 3. So you do 6 of these all the way around. And then the next row is when I did my increase. Now, remember, I was just kind of sitting on the couch watching NASCAR and felt like crocheting. So I wanted to take the new stitch that I learned. I had done it before, but that's one of those stitches that if you don't do it all the time, well, at least with me, if I don't do it all the time, I'll forget it. So you see how the hair is covering up like the seam. So go ahead, I'll show you this and then I'll show you the next row. Because each one of the rows that I do the loop stitches on, I didn't increase on. The increase rows are the single crochet rows in between. So here's that. I know you really can't see what I'm doing. This is more of a crochet talk through than a tutorial. Okay, so now this is the 6th stitch. So the first 2 rows are just 6 stitches. So you've got the magic circle with the 6 single crochet, and then you've got the 6 loop stitches. Don't make them too tight on your finger or you're going to get stuck like I just did. And it's annoying. Okay. So, drop the 2 loops, seal the stitch, and here we are, 6 stitches only. You're going to treat this next row like you would any second row. So you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch, and you're going to put 2 single crochets into every stitch. There's your increase. So that way you're still getting your increase, but you're not trying to increase on a loop row. So the loop stitch is a repeat of 2 different rows. The first row is a single crochet, the second row is the loop stitch. So when you're doing it in the round, you're not increasing like you normally would in a circular stitch. You're increasing every other round. So there you go. So the next round, I'm going to have 12 stitches and I'm going to do 12 loop, and so on and so forth. Those of you that know how to do the crochet, you know that your increases, so the first row of increases is 2 for every stitch, then it's, the next row is 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single, 1 increase. So you're going to keep doing that until you get to the size you want. Now I got to the top of his head, and then I'm like, all right, that's enough hair. So then I said to myself, well, what am I going to do for ears? I'm pretty darn proud at how his ears came out. I'm going to try to talk you through it. So as you can see, I'm just doing rows, right? Increasing every other row. Then I get to the part where I'm like, he needs ears. So I'm single crocheting along. I got to here. I chained 2, went up 2 rows, single crocheted, chained 2, and came back down. And there's my ear. I was pretty darn proud of that. I don't know who he is, but he wanted to come off my hook and be my friend. So he is. I don't have a name for him yet. I think I'll call him Nook. So everybody welcome. Here's Nook. He will fit in any little nook or cranny. And he will just sit there and be your friend. So he wanted to come off my hook, Nook from the hook, and now he's my buddy. So there you go. I really want you to try this. Try doing the hair with the loop stitch and show it to me on Facebook, or comment here, or personal message me on Facebook, however you want to do it. I really would love to see somebody else do a little friend for Nook and see how yours comes out. Especially the ears. Try the ears. It's a cool trick, and they came out pretty darn good. So there you go. Say bye, Nook. Bye, everybody. Remember, everybody, have a great day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and always be happy, be kind, and be creative. See you soon. Bye, guys.